Hello student, welcome in political science class. Student, we are reading the chapter number 6 and today's topic is India and the UN reform. Means we are going to read toward India what reform India's had proclaimed or asked or raised question for the United Nations reform. Students, India is the big country of world. The contribution on the world platform, India is very good. India had paid attention, lot of contribution to control the terrorism, to give help of poor countries, to provide military forces under the United Nations Charter to maintain the peace on the failure countries of world like in Afghanistan, Syria, Congo, many other countries. The Indian military forces are working as the peace military. So the India's contribution in the United Nations is very big, and no can ignore the India's questions in the United Nations. Okay, student. So we are going to discuss about the India and the United Nations reform. Point number first. India supported the role for the UN in the promoting development and the cooperation among the states. The India's leader, those lead the India since independence, they always try to promote the mutual cooperation among the countries, because India always supported to establish the humanity in the world, peace in the world, democracy in the world, to provide the facilities of the poor and common people without any discrimination, to provide the education and to provide the health facilities for all. India always demanded this question, and India's government always supported on the world platform of these policies. So India always supported in the United Nations reform the UN's policies and promote the development and the cooperation among the states. Point number second. India's major concerns has been the composition of the Security Council for more representation. India always demand to increase the composition of the Security Council, because the composition of Security Council is unfavorable toward the Africa and Asia, because two members are coming from the European continent, France and Britain. America had got a strategic position in the United Nations Security Council, and China, you have knowledge, China always try to expand their boundaries and capture the small neighboring countries. This reason, the impartiality membership should be provided by the other countries of the United Nations, and through this way, countries have power and resources to fulfill the world's community's requirement that country should be membership in the United Nations Security Council, because Security Council is the major council of the world to take the major decision for worlds. So always India is proclaimed in the composition of the Security Council for more representation. Point number third. India supports on the number of the permanent and the non-permanent members. When after the reform, the 10 members of non-permanent members increase in the United Security Council, India always proclaim the increase the numbers of the both Security Council member, permanent and non-permanent, because Through this way, the increase of number of the Security Council, through this way, major countries of the world will take the membership and they can best performance for the world globe, for the maintenance of peace, for the provide the dignity of the every individuals, to establish the democracy all over world. These newly members of the Security Council can contribute lot of contribution. Okay, student. Point number 4. India has participated in the virtually all of the initiatives of the United Nations. India always participated virtually all the initiatives of the United Nations. Whatever program started by the United Nations, India became progressive, came in front and participated in all programs for peace, for dignity, for the establishment of democracy, world countries, to provide the food, etc. India always become in front and given the good contribution for the maintenance of the peace and the programs of United Nations. Point number 5. India has also made regular financial contribution of the United Nations and never failed on its payments. Student, it is very big knowledge about the India's government policy toward the effort of the United Nations. India always makes secure to regular financial contribution of the all programs of the United Nations. All financial program, those started by the United Nations, India's government always try to give regular financial contribution. Never India is denied to give any finance toward the plan of the United Nations. It is big step of India's government. India is a developing country. Many restrictions in the development of the financial program in front of the Indian governments, because due to the huge population and the not good availability of the employment, it is the restrictions in front of the India's government, but India's government always had supported and given the regular financial contribution in all United Nations programs and never failed on its payment. So we can see for the reformation of the United Nations, the India government had argued for the more liberal toward the world countries. Those had not good capital, the resources, natural resources, good military, good weapon. India always supported, reformed the United Nations and fulfilled the needs of the poor countries, below poverty line countries. Because India always support the establishment of unity, peace, freedom, dignity and the democracy all over world. Okay students, thank you.